On today's expose, I wanted to highlight Cable, who is like,
Cable.
he's kind of a big player in this animated series. Like, he's in a lot of episodes. But
Yeah.
technically, he debuted in the Uncanny X-Men number 201 in January of 1986. But we didn't know he was Cable yet. He didn't appear as Cable until 1990, 4 years later, in the New Mutants 87 of March of 1990.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because he was the son of
Oh, yeah.
Scott
I
and
know.
Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
And then
In
as
the future.
as baby, Nathan Strife came and was like, I infect you with this techno-organic virus. So they had to send him to the fuchsia to save him. And then Cable debuted 4 years later, and they didn't even tell us at first, Kevin, that this was Nathan. They let us believe that Cable was his only person for I want to say almost a year before they revealed it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so crazy. Because, see, I'm spoiled because it's like I knew everything from the beginning of time. But, when it came out, I guess there was this whole, who is this guy? Who's this guy? Where did he come from?
Grease too. So, and he was so popular because he had just come out in 1990 that Marvel was like, we want you to put Cable in your little X-Men animated series show because the people want him.
Mm-hmm. The people have spoken.
Yeah, so we'll talk about how he translated to the cartoon.
Okay.
But first,
I go where I want to go. Jean.
Scott!
Jean?
Scott! I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants! There's always more gators in the bayou.
Don't get a
What's the thing that comes after that?
let's take a selfie.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's take a selfie. I was go like the drag queens.
Yeah. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Shawn.
This is Solving for X. I'm Shawn. I'm the do I have a label yet on this show? I don't. Do I?
No, we don't have any labels. I don't know what to say. I'm just I'm lost. I'm Kevin.
I'm Shawn. I am loving all the love we're getting for our show. We've had a few people write in and say that they love us together.
Aw, see?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I've started doing something, and I realized the other day, I should bring this up on the show. Kevin, I've been putting out polls on Spotify.
Yeah, it's right. I haven't seen them, but yeah, we haven't really announced it. I'm just like, ooh, like a little poll. I'm gonna vote. Okay. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's neat that you're doing that.
So I'm going to talk about the poll now. At the beginning of every episode, we'll call it Previously On.
Oh, fun.
Get it? Do you get it?
Yeah, I totally get it.
So our last question was, who is your favorite Morlock? And 100% hands down, it was Leech. In more news, this is really exciting and so timely with the beginning of our show. Marvel Legends, the toy line, has just announced they're making a morph figure from
I saw the picture. Oh, and you know what? I do. Marvel Legends are huge, and I do love them. And I was talking to Paul, from Power of X-Men about this. He's like, "Do you collect Marvel Legends?" I'm like, I thought about it, but I knew if I started, I'd just be down a rabbit hole, and it would just be too much, and I wouldn't be able to have any space for them. So I didn't do it. But I love them.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
They're very pretty. Because I know historically, the women never look good as toys, but Marvel Legends gets the woman right. And I only have one. I have Dazzler because she was on clearance at GameStop when they were going out of business, so I grabbed her.
I have Dakin.
Oh,
Or I have the variant Dakin where he's with the Dark Wolverine, where he has no hood, but he has like the mohawk and he has like the tattoos out. So I can grab it. I just show it to you. But
How
that's
strange
the only
that
one.
you have the bisexual character.
Oh,
I wonder how that turned out.
how strange. Well, that's how I first heard about him, actually, because I have a friend who's like a big comic book person, and when I told him I was bisexual, he's like, there's a Wolverine's son is bisexual. I was like, what? Really? So then I went out and just like bought all the Docking comics I could find, and like all his like origin story and stuff, and I read them all because I was like, this is cool. I love it. I see me, even though he's like super psychopathic and like crazy and whatever. I still love him.
Yeah, I was really excited because there was an Iceman comic after he came out where like he moved to LA and he was trying to like fit into the gay scene while being a mutant. And like he moved back to Westchester and then Daken became like the villain in that series. And I was like, this is so sexy because Daken would like flirt with Iceman, but he's like the guy you don't want to get involved with. And I was really excited. Boy. And then it didn't go on that long. They kind of just stopped the whole Daken Iceman thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's nice too because after he got over his daddy issues a little bit more, he stopped trying to kill him a little bit. He leveled out a little bit more. I was like, he's kind of fun. Like he's nicer to people now. A little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, he's still super manipulative, but still.
It's funny that you bring him up because currently he's kind of with Aurora, who we see in this episode today.
Oh, see? Yes, I did. We'll get to it. But I was just like, how many people did you find? Because I was trying to name them all. I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of people like running around in this episode.
Oh, girl, I got you. So
I knew you would. You can just quiz me to see how many I saw then.
Okay. Actually, before we get to the episode, one last thing I almost forgot. Kevin, guess what?
What?
In the UK, under TV Review Podcast, we are in the top 50. We ranked number 46 for our little show.
Wow. And we're so brand new. I'm like, yes.
Yes. People like us and people like hearing about the X-Men.
That's cool.
X-Men. There's your mix.
They should do a mix of both songs. The 90s song and the Kitty Pryde of X-Men song.
Okay, I'm in this hotel all week for work, so now that's okay. I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try mixing that.
The mashup. Ooh, that'd be fun.
Okay. So today we're talking Slave Island, which aired March 6, 1993, written by Mark Edward Edens.
Okay.
All right. An alarm blares through a prison cell on Genosha. It wakes up Jubilee, Storm, and Gambit, who are now wearing mutant-powered dampening collars. A loud speaker tells them to be happy in their work. Not hard to do when you're enslaved.
Enslaved. Yes! Crazy. Get to work.
We have our first two cameos here. So I put Thunderbird / Warpath because after Thunderbird got killed, his little brother took on the moniker Thunderbird, but then later became Warpath. So I would say he's Warpath.
And they have like the same kind of outfit. Okay.
Yeah. And we also saw Avalanche, who put a pin in that because we'll be talking about him next week.
Avalanche. I don't know. Cool. Scene 2. Okay. Outside, mutants in collars are forced to do manual labor. It's explained to our trio that the collars dampen powers as if they're like leech, but in color form. Oh.
Yeah.
And if they are tampered with, they will explode on you. Too bad. The guards turn off the collars, and Storm instantly takes action. She's like, okay, collars off, do you work? She's like, now is the time!
Damn it, Jubilee!
Let's go! It's just so funny because they just explained, like, what would happen if you tried to revolt. She's like, no, we go!
Yeah.
So that was funny. She flies into the sky and attacks the guards. Storm ain't too bright because the guard immediately turns the collar back on, and she falls from the sky, landing in water.
My
Storm
power!
Power! Storm tumbles to safety on a nearby shore where a sentinel emerges and snares her. It flies up and returns her to the others. I love how they hang, it magnetized your feet or something to their hand. Like, I got it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The sentinel feels it has to tell us it apprehended Storm, just in case you couldn't tell. Enter Bolivar Trask. Jubilee recognizes him from before. He tells the sentinel to dispose of Storm permanently. Gambit convinces them she's too powerful to kill because of her weather powers. Got this dam you're making, you might need her weather powers to fill it later. She's like, oh yes, she may be too strong and useful. Okay, well, put her in the box then.
It took me a minute to realize you were doing a Gambit impersonation.
I'm always half-assing it. I'm just I'm kind of doing impressions, I'm kind of not. I can't decide what I feel like doing half the time. So, instead, they put Storm in a box, which we know she don't like. She's like, no, anything but the box, not the box. And but I love at this point too because afterwards, or maybe before, there's one of the guards. She's like, "You go break rocks." What? Yeah. Is that a serious job, or is that just busy work? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that comes later. But yeah, I laughed at that too.
But I love it. And and she did have the public service announcement too. She's like, knowledge is power. Gambit, knowledge is power. I'm like, oh yes. Schoolhouse
true.
rocket over here. Magic school bus, whatever it is.
So for
I
the
did feel bad
longest-
for Storm.
Yeah. Anything but the box. For a long time, I wondered, if these collars are so easy to come by, how come Rogue and Gambit didn't just, slap on a collar and, get the deed done?
I know.
They actually addressed that in the Rogue and Gambit comic. It gives them headaches.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Well,
I like that writer.
Yeah.
We had 3 more cameos.
Cameo? Yes.
So we have Caliban, which we mentioned in last week's episode because he's a Morlock, and he was actually a really big part of the comics. He was in, I think, X-Men Apocalypse, but he didn't really do much. But he's the one who, if you remember in the comics, he kidnapped Kitty and wooed her in Captain Parts.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then the kind of racist Asian man is Sunfire.
Yeah. I wonder, I think about, what is Jubilee thinking?
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
And then we also had North Star, who, of course, was on the Canadian team, Alpha Flight with Wolverine. And North Star, I'm excited to say, Marvel outed him all the way back in the 80s. He's one of the first gay heroes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
And hold on to that because we have another gay hero coming up in this episode. Do you know who it is?
Let me look at the list of who I...
Okay. If you don't know, you don't know.
I'm trying to think. I saw Sunfire, I saw Thunderbird, I saw North Star, I saw Blob, Domino, Pharaoh. Mystique is kind of in here, but she's bisexual.
That's true.
Who's the other one?
I'll tell you when it comes up.
Okay. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I don't know about this person.
There's also Mystique. This is a very queer episode without even trying.
See?
Yeah. Later, Jubilee and Gambit are busy at work. Jubilee wonders when the fun begins. She's worried about Storm. Gambit assures Jubes that at least Storm's alive. He's then told to go kick rocks.
There it is.
There it is. Sunfire is busy using his power to dry concrete. There's a disruption in the forest. Trask is concerned that it's him. 2 sentinels fly off to investigate. Jubilee uses the diversion to grab a piece of metal wire. The mutants are sent back to their cells. All right, we have another cameo. Blob!
Ta-da! The Blob! No one can defeat the Blob! Yeah.
Nothing moves the blob. Except for, solving for X. I was really mad. To this day, I'm really mad at X-Men Apocalypse because they have the Blob fighting Angel in, like, a ring.
Oh, yes.
And Angel moves the Blob with his wings. I'm like, no, that's his power. You can't move the Blob.
Right. Mm-hmm. Annoying.
It is.
The mutants are heading back to their cells when the loudspeaker announces, "No more work today. Your leader loves you." That was so weird. Like,
it's creepy.
Like, oh, no. Your leader loves you. Everyone is locked back into their cells.
Yay, and we get 2 more cameos. We get Feral and we get Domino.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a pattern with these cameos. This is X-Force, basically.
Oh. They must have got them all in the same place.
Yes. Back at the manor, Cyclops slams down the phone and asks to be reminded to never buy stock in the Genoshan phone company. Oh, Scott. Even your, like, witty comebacks are like dad jokes.
I know, he's such a dad joke guy. Like,
Cyclops,
that darn phone company. Oh, God's there.
Gosh, Valley phone company should have gotten Verizon.
Now let's have a nice little family chat.
Yep.
At the table, yeah.
Cyclops, Jean, and Rogue are worried for their teammates when Wolverine walks in. He has returned. He sneezes because he was somewhere cold.
Achoo! Canada makes me sneeze.
We get a 90s moment, though. Did you catch the 90s moment?
Man.
You got mail. 90s moments.
No, is it the phone?
Yeah, Scott was calling on a landline. Who uses landlines today?
Oh, yeah, I don't have them anymore, but yeah. Landline. But yeah, I remember I even used to go to my grandma's phone where I had the rotary phones.
Oh, yeah, my grandma had one too.
Yeah. So I got to, they were still around in the 80s and 90s as, like, old people phones. Mm-hmm. So, Back on Genosha, the power goes out in the cell block. Young Jubilee. Such a youngling. Ex-Woman Supreme uses the stolen metal cable to pick her lock. She's like, I had a friend who taught me how to pick locks because we're so cool. We're mall babes. She finds Gambit's cell and tells him she has a plan. Gambit is hesitant to go along with the plan. He doesn't want to end up like Storm. He refuses to cooperate with Jubilee's idea and tells Jubes to scram. Jubilee goes to the other mutants and tells her she has a plan. Blob, Feral, and Sunfire don't want to help either. They're like, no, it's too dangerous. And Blob's like, dumb kid, go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, oh. And I'm like, dumb dog, why are you following me? I kept thinking of Annie. But that's me. I don't know. And then, as the power comes back on, Jubilee quickly runs back to her cell before the camera sees her.
So I want to do a quick highlight on Jubilee. And it's funny that you brought up how would she feel about Sunfire, because I feel like that plays into what I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
So Jubilee is voiced by Allison Court, who I personally love because mind blown when I found out she voices not only Dawn from Care Bears 2, a movie I personally love. She also voices Claire Redfield through like the majority of the first Resident Evil games.
I told that to my cousin because we're playing Code Veronica, replaying it right now. I'm like, guess what? Do you know what voice she did? She did Jubilee. I was telling him this. I was like, but Claire Redfield's actually my favorite Resident Evil character. I might have told you that before.
You have.
Yeah.
She's my second favorite, only to Leon.
Okay. Well, get your Resident Evil 2 on and you're good.
Yep. With our powers combined, we represent Resident Evil 2.
See? Which is, widely accepted as probably the greatest Resident Evil game of all time. But, it's fine.
Yeah. But Alison Court actually recently said that she will not be voicing Jubilee in X-Men 97, the 2023 extension.
Why? Is her voice too old now?
No, she actually feels that it's not appropriate for a white person to voice an Asian character.
Oh, that's right. I did hear this.
Yeah. So she'll still be in it. She's voicing a new character that has not been announced as of yet. Do you have any thoughts on who you'd like to see Alison Court voice?
Who? Oh, okay. I was thinking who would want me to play, who would want me to voice Jubilee, but you want Alison Court to. Okay. Let's see. Are there any options on the table or just making it for hearsay? Let's see.
Yeah, it could be. Like, for me personally, I think I'd want it to be Shadowcat. I think it'd be interesting to be able to introduce her into.
Oh my gosh.
character.
She'd be so good as Shadowcat.
Yeah.
She'd be so good. Yeah.
And I think that would kind of be a fun way to introduce another new person into the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is that
Pride
our
of the X-Men redo.
Yeah. All right. Back at the manor, Cyclops tells Professor X that they are ready to go to Genosha. The professor gives a really detailed reason as to why he can't join them in Genosha. He has things to do. Rogue, Cyclops, and Jean head to the Blackbird.
Yes.
He's acting like really sketchy right now, this professor.
I mean, which is kind of like him.
Yeah, it is.
He's like, I have things that I can't tell you. You are not ready. Like, oh,
Yeah.
all right. Well, fine. Whatever you say. Back in the manor, the professor uses dial-up. Like, yeah, but I can't. I'm not a sound effects person, but it's fine. To call Muir Island. He is contacting Moira McTaggart, my long-lost love. Oh, as the X-Team flies out of the Blackbird.
Wow, so we have our first inkling of Moira McTaggart.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, and we also have a 90s moment, because dial-up.
Yeah. Which is, the internet was very, very new. I mean, even actually,
These moments.
I don't think, computers were around, but, internet wasn't even until, mid-90s. So.
True.
Because do you remember the Power Rangers episode where they're like, I've discovered the internet?
Yeah.
Let me show you about this. Adam's like, oh. It's so fun. Anyway.
Yeah, I was watching Power Rangers right before we started recording. Well,
see, I need to get back on my Power Rangers bandwagon. I'm so behind.
You do. Catch up to me.
I know. We can watch it together. Oh, we're not doing a Power Rangers podcast.
I know. Somebody even brought that up. Like, you should do Power Rangers. I was like, no. There's too many episodes. It would never end.
I know. Oh.
So, just recently, I don't know if you heard, but Moira be a mutant now.
I did hear that I don't forget what they said her powers were, but I did hear that in the grumblings.
She has the power to be reborn into a new reality.
That's right. I did read that. Where did I read that? It was last year sometime. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's pretty recent. And where I am in the comics right now, I just read through Inferno, and she gets a little crazy. Between her, Mystique, and Destiny, it gets a little crazy.
All right.
All right. Back at Genosha, Jubilee is woken up by an announcement and an alarm. She notices Gambit be gone. Sunfire tells her Gambit was taken away in the night. He tells her that they will go along with her plan after all. Jubilee calls her fellow mutants into action and kicks the collar controller out of the guard's hands. The mutants immediately act out. Jubilee presses the deactivation button, but it has no effect as Sentinel begins attacking the mutants. It apprehends Jubilee, and it is revealed that a mutant had ratted Jubilee out. She's placed in the box with Storm.
Oh, crazy betrayal! Whoa!
Right.
She had a plan. She had mutants on her side ready to act, and then failure.
I wonder
Craziness.
who ratted them out.
I know. Why would they do that?
So, and we have 3 new cameos in this scene.
Oh my.
We have Mystique, who we talked about. We have Aurora, who we talked about. Because how can you have Northstar and not have Aurora? They're brother and sister.
I know, with their similar outfits. They're like matchy-matchy. Love it.
And this one, he looks very different than usual, but he's the one wearing the green and white suit with the long brown hair.
Oh.
That's Richter, who is queer.
Yeah, I did not recognize him.
I know, actually, he wore that outfit for such a little period of time that I even had to look it up to be like, I think that's Richter, but I can't tell.
Wow.
And it's funny because I remember even from a young age, I've always liked Richter, even before they announced that he's gay. So I don't know what drew me to him, but I was drawn to him and Iceman.
That's another one that they put in the movies. Which one was it? Which movie was he in? He was like, which one was that? Was it 3?
I think
Or was it
so.
Apocalypse?
I'll look it
I think
up
it was
while
3.
you're... Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
3, but I'll look it up just to be sure. I remember that scene, though, that you're describing.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing him. I'm like, what movie was that again? Oh, and I wanted to talk about, like, the box.
Oh, okay, real
Storm
quick.
was just-
He was in...
Okay, yes.
He was in Logan, played by Jason Genao.
Oh, it was Logan.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was part of the X-23 program.
Oh, but wasn't he in... I thought he was in another one. Like, I mean, he's probably... I thought he was in that one, but wasn't he in another one? Because it was, like, older. He was with... I feel like he was with Magneto.
No,
In
that's
one
the
of
only
them.
one it shows here.
Oh, then which one am I thinking of? I have to find what I'm thinking of and let you know, because I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, in the box, Storm sounded crazy to me. She's like, Jubilee, Jubilee, do not be afraid. Gambit will save us. I'm like, your time in this little box has made you crazy for a little bit, Storm. Like, okay.
Yeah. I was
She was
worried
like
for her.
weirding me out. Like, is she gonna turn into, I feel like she's gonna like be like possessed by some demon and attack of a set. Like, you know, it's like when the ghosts like possess you. That's what it was like. I was like, you're not right. In the box, Storm isn't looking so good. Yeah, she'd be crazy. Her claustrophobia is hitting hard, and she's like sweating. She promises to make a snowstorm when the sun rises. She tells Jubilee that she trusts in Gambit to rescue them. Jubilee loses hope and cries, "Aw."
So I really like this kind of trust that she has in Gambit, because like the rest of the team seem like they don't trust Gambit so much. And like to me, it harkens back to when Gambit was introduced in, I believe, '89. He first met Storm on his own, and she's the one who kind of brought him to the X-Men. So like to me, it's kind of a nod to like, even though this is a different reality and even though it's a different story, there's still that bond between them.
Yeah. That's nice. I love that.
Yeah, poor Gambit, except for the fact that he's a traitor.
I know. What's up with that? But maybe there's a
Yeah.
reason, I suppose. But, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together.
We'll figure it out. A limo drives toward the compound as Trask shows Gyrick Master Mold. Master Mold! A huge sentinel that has the power to make other sentinels. Enter Hodge and a man calling himself the Colonel. I mean, the leader. Hodge reveals he is the development advisor to the Genoshan government. To me, it sounds like he's the regional assistant to, or the assistant to the regional manager. That's what kind of title this is. The leader is worried about the uprising, but Trask reveals they allowed it to break the mutant spirits. He says they were informed it would happen by a traitor. It's Gambit!
Oh!
Thank you for dramatic effect. Gyrick grills Gambit on his involvement with saving Jubilee. Gambit says that he'll take Gyrick to the X-Wing whenever he's ready in exchange for release. Gyrick agrees, but sends Gambit back to his cell for now on a transport. So, like, I guess the only thing I'm wondering at this point, help me out here, like, so Jubilee's uprising didn't work because of Gambit ratting her out, but wouldn't they have escaped anyway if he didn't rat them out?
Yeah. I was very confused. It's like Gambit has a plan, but he doesn't want... Maybe he was just trying to be deceitful. Maybe he's like, her plan they'll be expecting. My plan will at least take them off guard. So he feels like they'll have the upper hand.
Yeah, this way at least they have an ace in the hole. So if Jubilee's plan didn't work, at least he's still like away from the cells. That's true.
Yeah.
So we also kind of like talked about this with Chris on the Enter Magneto episode. Do you remember Hodge was the lawyer for Beast?
Yes.
It's very much like talked about online. Is this the same Hodge as the one that was representing Beast?
Oh, they think it's a different one?
Yeah, because people think it's weird that he would have gone from a lawyer protecting mutants to, like, what was his title? The advisor to the Genoshan government against mutants.
I mean, I think it's totally, like, normal, valid that he could be playing both sides. Like, he could be, using the whole lawyer thing as a front to, like, just get more mutants. Like, I don't know. Governments are always shaded like that. So why wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think that too, especially because we talked about how he like betrayed Angel to Apocalypse. So like it's very like he told the doctors to cut off Angel's hurt wings, which led to him becoming Archangel. So yeah, he's a traitorous person, so it's believable.
And I figured out who I was thinking about from the X-Men movie.
Who?
It was Arclight.
Oh, okay, yes. That was a different one. You're right.
Yeah, and it's a woman.
Yeah.
I totally thought it was like a gay man the whole time. So, there you go. I learned something new just now.
Wow. Solving for X.
Yes. It's not a gay man, but a woman. All right.
Yeah. And I mean, I know I've mentioned this before, but I do still really like the way that they're writing Gambit to be this like unknown player. Because that's when he was introduced in the comics, he had a deep secret and he was connected to Mr. Sinister, and we didn't know how or why for a long time. So this is great writing.
Yes. Ooh. Okay. 12. On the hover transport, Gambit shows his captors a card trick. Cards in the air! It's not very good. It's not a very good one. There's no kinetic energy in this. How rude. It's just 52 pickup. Gambit elbows the guards and makes a break for it. The guards shoot at him from the transport. Suddenly, the transport is engulfed in yellow and explodies. Oh, it is revealed that it was shot by Cave. I mean, the wild man of Borneo. Oh, he's trying to Qua Mysterioso. Yes, he is trying to save the mutants. Cable gives Gambit a key to the collars. He's like, maybe this can help you. Like after he already unlocked his collar, maybe this can help you. Maybe you'll find some use in it. Like, and then he's like, oh, he's gone.
Yeah. So I had my friend Anthony sent me a screenshot of Gambit's butt at this part because Gambit's like on the ground bending over in front of Cable.
It's like, ooh, miss, look at my butt. Ooh, yep.
Ooh, can you move your jacket out of the way? Back at the compound, Hodge tells Gyrich and Trask that Cable was a mercenary in the leader's army until he learned what the leader was actually up to. So he's not for democracy, he's for enslaving mutants. Cable escaped and began a revolution. Enter the leader. He's sure Cable won't live much longer. So, I don't know. I kind of have some beef with this. I don't like Cable's backstory.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and I know, like, saying that he's a soldier from the future and he's Scott Jean's son, like, that's a lot to throw into a cartoon, but I don't know, just, yeah, it's almost, like, too simplified, I think.
I mean, in the story, in this cartoon.
In this cartoon, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like, who is this person? Like, if I was, like, brand new, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You're a Borneo man? All right.
But yeah, in the comics, you're right. He's very, like, convoluted. Like, there's no way to follow his story.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. 14. Meanwhile, at the prison camp, sentinels are patrolling the area. In the box, Jubilee and Storm are sweating it out. She's like, oh, what'd she say? A sauna. It's just like a sauna in here. Oh,
Yeah.
Whatever. And, I go in the sauna all the time. Either the sauna or the steam room. I love that because I love the heat. So I probably would have enjoyed it being in there. Maybe not for as long as they were, but, a good 20 minutes, I would have been like, enjoy it. But
Not listening.
yes. Oh, yes. Feel the glisten. But yeah, they're sweating it out until Gambit splodies the wall. He rescues Storm and Jubilee and makes a run for it through the wall. Jubilee is very sweaty, but she's not losing much weight. Gambit's like carrying her. She's just like, you'll sweat so much. How are you not losing any weight? You're so fat. Oh, and like.
That was so
She's like,
weird.
hey.
Who says that?
She's just a little girl, Gambit. They're very sensitive about their weight.
No wonder why she wears a trench coat everywhere she goes.
Right. Don't look at me. No. The trio escape into the forest. There you go.
Jubilee is fat femination.
Yeah. Wow, it's totally okay.
Back at the compound, the leader reveals that the collars were invented by a scientist in Scotland. The leader, Gyrich, and Trask are plotting when hot female soldier enters and reports that 3 mutants escaped. She reports that Gambit freed them. Just then, Cable shoots and splodies the facility.
This made me laugh too. He's like, take me to my car. No, not that way.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can't go through the door.
No, not that way.
It's like, no. The other way. So that made me laugh.
So I think this was a tie-in to episode 9, which we'll be talking about next week, because he mentions a scientist in Scotland making the collars, which we know the cure takes place in Scotland on Muir Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just love the way they tie it all together.
And I don't know the leader very well, but is he involved with the Hellfire Club at all? Because he was dressed very strangely.
Actually, it's funny you bring him up. He was actually, I even looked him up because I was like, who's this jackass? He was actually created for this episode, so he's nobody.
Oh, wow. Because I'm like, I have no idea who this person is, but he's dressed like very kind of old school with his hair in like little bows. I'm like, this is very Hellfire Club look. So, but no, okay.
I know they like did a weird job of creating him because he's not just a guy in a suit; he's a guy in a like Hellfire dress.
With like very modern glasses and a beard.
Yeah,
It was very strange. But yeah, he's not going to be dressing up like Bible characters and having sex, but it's fine.
that's fine. And very specific.
I listen to your stuff, so that's fine. All right. Back at the prison camp, the imprisoned mutants watch the splodies of the compound. They're told to get back to work just as a wind comes up. Oh, wind, we know what that means. Lightning hits the gauze. It's Storm! She takes on a sentinel head on, but it's shot down. Enter Gambit. He heats up some nuts. Oh, heat up my nuts.
You like that?
I love it. And throws them, knocking the sentinel from the cliff. Yeah, he's like, the Sentinel's like, I'm gonna use my thrusters. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hit the ground too soon.
So, do you kind of see watching this episode why, as a kid, I was kind of like, Storm, man? Like, this is like
She's just
Storm fail episode.
She's just like so extra all the time, which I love that. It makes me laugh. But it's like, if you're not going to do anything that exciting, why you got to be so extra?
Yeah, she keeps just like rushing in headlong. She's not like planning anything. Like,
There's no
turn off
subtlety.
the colors. Go! I'm going to attack the Sentinel head on. Like, stop, Storm, stop.
There's no subtlety. It's just like, she's like, hear me roar, like, all the time. So
That's true. She's very Wolverine in this episode.
Yes, but it's the goddess in her.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. How
I'm a
dare you confine me?
goddess. Yes.
So,
All right.
in all the confusion, Jubilee grabs the collar remote and frees the mutants. They immediately begin attacking their captors. Storm tries to stop Blob from killing one of the guards. She ends up having to save the guard that Blob throws from a cliff. Jubilee asks Sunfire to help fight, but he refuses to follow her. Storm warns them of Master Mold to no avail. She calls on the rain to console her.
Oh. Here comes the rain again. So yeah.
I noticed something, Kevin.
What?
The answer to our question. So
What's
with
our
Chris
question?
and Enter Magneto, we talked about in the courtroom, they said 11 mutants have gone missing, and we thought, are they at Genosha? When Jubilee was looking down at the mutants, there were 11 mutants standing there.
Gasp! Well, there you go. Mystery solved for sure. For
Yep.
factoidals.
But not all of them were mutants we know. Some of them were created just for the episode. We've actually, I think, gotten through all of our cameos for this episode, but we had quite a few.
Okay. Wow, we did. We did.
Mm-hmm. I also wanted to talk a little bit about X-Force. They started off as the New Mutants, and they became X-Force in April of 1991 in New Mutants number 100. The New Mutants, as a comic book, was kind of getting tired. Like, not as many people buying it. They wanted something new. So they took some of the New Mutants, including like Cannonball and Richter, and they had them transition over to X-Force, because there had been kind of a poll between Professor X and Cable, like, who do you want to follow? And Cable is like the trendy, hip, like, wanting to get stuff done guy, and Professor X was like, oh, loser. So
Cable's the rock star.
Yeah. To me, some of the backstory of this episode is that either the New Mutants or the X-Force was kidnapped and Cable's trying to free them, or they become X-Force because Cable frees them. And that's why all the X-Force are in this Genosha compound.
Oh. See? Thinking.
Mm-hmm. But really, this is our friend. Why can't I think of his name? Larry Houston. This is Larry Houston at work, because he was the one in charge of filling in the background, so he chose mutants that were popular at the time.
Did you go see him when he was at the LA Comic Con?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Oh, I saw him just because when I was at LA Comic Con in my Cyclops outfit, when I dressed up like Cyclops for the day, I would go to the X-Men area, the X-Men little booth, because I had cosplayer friends who were doing X-Men characters there. So I go, I'm like, let's take pictures together, and then everyone's there at Larry Houston. And it's like, sign my X-Men book, sign my X-Men book. I'm like, okay, but he was there, being cool, chilling out. So.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
he's a really cool guy because the guys at the comic book store all talk about how, like, yeah, he comes in here, he buys comics all the time. He's cool. We talk about X-Men.
He's really chill. He's very chillax, at least from what I've seen. I never talked to him myself, but I've just observed. Okay, number 18. Back at the compound, Trask and Gyrick are freaking out. Gyrick says he's abandoning the project. Enter Cable. He easily takes down a bunch of Sentinels, but Master Mold is quickly making more, and upgraded ones at that.
Yeah, like up to this point, I was like, Cable's too good for this episode. He just runs in and easily like takes everybody down. I'm like, why is he even struggle busting at all? Like, why don't you do this in the first place?
Yeah. It's like, don't you think your talents would be better suited elsewhere? I don't know.
Yeah. Because, like, he blew up their whole compound with just one shot. He kills the Sentinels with one shot. He's just like, boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room.
I want you in my room. We were in sync right there. Oh, my gosh.
Yes, we were. I didn't know NSYNC sings that.
Now there's a cover art that I never knew I wanted. Thank you.
You're welcome. In the other room, the leader demands to be taken to his car, but the exit door splodies. It's Cable! He's really concerned that he's remembered, as he is about to strike the new and improved Sentinel attacks. Do you remember me?
Remember me. Okay. Back at the prison camp, Storm is pushing her powers to the limits. Jubilee is worried for her, but Gambit pulls her away, leaving Storm to her powers. The rains cause the wall to flood. Unfortunately, Storm is still on it. She falls with the wall. Oh, right. Rogue catches her. Insert Southern Belle catchphrase here. Sugar.
Sugar. I love Rogue.
Yeah.
In the getaway car, the leader asks Hodge if he's ever been to Switzerland. Not the best pickup line. The car suddenly screeches to a halt. It's Cable! He splodies the car. As Cable takes the leader hostage, Hodge pulls a gun on Cable. Cable laughs like a creeper as Storm's flood makes its way over. They're covered in water.
He was laughing very creepily.
He's a really creepy character.
Yeah, because I never know if he's gonna like hit me or save me. Like I don't know. Whatever his mood feels like.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't like your face. I'm gonna punch you. Like,
all right.
I'm sorry. At the threat of the oncoming waters, Master Mold and its sentinels stand up. Master Mold declares that it is still plugged in. The torrent breaks through the wall and destroys the compound. That made me laugh so much.
I am still plugged in.
Can't you unplug yourself? I don't know. It's just like, pull a little harder, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Pew pew it or something.
Right. I mean, you got all kinds of sentinels that coming out at you. You can't like make little splodies. You can't like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was funny.
On a nearby hilltop, the Blackbird arrives. Jean, Cyclops, and Rogue have arrived just in time. They arrive back at the manor to find it destroyed.
Ho ho ho! Yeah, they're like, the school, and Wolverine's like, grr, grr. Like, Grr. I'm like, oh. But I
So-
read that this was like not the ending that originally showed.
Really?
Yes, I was just on the fandom before this, and originally when this aired, they like landed peacefully at the school, and it was just they're like, okay, the day's done, and they landed at the school because the Juggernaut episode was not ready yet.
Oh.
So that's when they did. That's when they aired The Cure and the one that's the Disney Plus way. They aired those first because the Juggernaut wasn't ready yet, even though it's supposed to take place right after.
Okay, I was just gonna mention that. Yeah, Disney Plus shows The Cure as the next episode, even though it's like this one goes directly into the Juggernaut, and the Unstoppable Juggernaut episode. So yeah, I forgot there is the other air date. So yeah, it's interesting that Disney Plus is going by that way.
The episode originally aired on February 13th, 1993. Unstoppable Juggernaut was not ready to be aired for unknown reasons. As such, the original airing of this episode had a different ending. Instead of the cliffhanger where the X-Men return home to find the mansion destroyed, the episode ended with the typical stock footage of the Blackbird landing at the mansion. The Cure and Come the Apocalypse were aired the following weekend. When Slave Island was played in reruns for the first time, it had the original ending as intended. So,
Wow.
in syndication, they brought it back to this normal one. But,
You learned me something new today.
look at that! Look at me!
So, Kevin, would you say this one is extreme or exit out?
I am going to say it's extreme because we got lots of cameos. We got lots of more things started, you know? Storm was a little extreme, so but that's typical. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, I would say extreme also for all the similar reasons. Like, this first season to me is so amazing the way they're able to tie into each episode. And actually, Fox hated that. They were like, don't do that again, because when there's production issues, they go in a certain order. But if they don't connect, you can just air them whenever. So that's kind of the reason why only first season is like this.
Yeah, I remember they were getting mad, and I guess maybe because this first season was the one that had most of the production issues, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I think, especially nowadays too, shows are a lot better at keeping things, together. But yeah.
Who is your MXP or most excellent player?
I put Gambit.
Oh.
Because I just thought he was so clever to like act like a double agent, double crosser, and like I can save you. I got something working in my noggin, And she's like, yeah, I knew you wouldn't betray us. I'm like, how do? He's like, how do you know? She's like what? So it's just like, don't be so sure. And yeah, Jim was like, oh, okay. For that seed of doubt in there again. But I don't know. I think it was kind of fun. I liked seeing Gambit, be Gambit and do that, and then eventually save the day.
Yeah, actually, Gambit is a good one. I actually chose, this might surprise you, Jubilee.
Oh, yeah, she was good too.
Yeah, I feel like she's the one who like riled up the mutants, got them to see like if we work together, we can get out of this dump. So like she couldn't have done it without Gambit, but like she's the one who started it, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
What would you say is the X factor? Oh no.
You may make fun of me for this one, but I put Storm ready to release her wrath. Even though she's totally not powerful enough yet, she's still weak from her box or whatever. But she's like she's so perturbed. She's like, how dare you do this to me? I will get you. She was gonna give it her all no matter what, and then she failed. But then the team backs her up. Rogue comes in, saves the day. They get her. I'm like, just very X-team moment to me. I thought that was good. So
Yeah, this one, there's a lot of like teamwork lessons to be had in this episode. So yeah, I can see that. And that's very X-Men. For me, the X factor was the official like introduction of Genosha, because it's such a big part of the X-Men lore. Like there's so many stories tied to it. Like there's a point where a bunch of mutants were living on Genosha and they all got exterminated, and it's just such a big piece. It's so cool to see it like played out, even if it is just contained in this small storyline.
Yeah.
All right, shall we get into the Unstoppable Juggernaut?
Sure. Speaking of Juggernaut, that's the expose of the day, or second expose of the day, I should say. Ooh. This is the Juggernaut, and his name is Kane Marco. Such like a wrestler name.
Yeah.
That or a porn name, or a porn wrestler. Either way. And he got powers of superhuman strength and stamina and durability. He's invulnerable when he has the mystical force field thing. He has immunity to mental attacks via his helmet. So he's got some stuffs. And he first appeared in the X-Men number 12, July 1965.
Wow. Yeah, and the Unstoppable Juggernaut, it actually played in, it looks like a double feature. It aired March 6, 1993, just like Slave Island, and it's written by Julie Ann Clem.
Okay. The X-Men are on their way home as Cyclops, Jean, and Wolverine flirt. Wait, Wolverine? Where has he been the whole time? They find the mansion in ruins. Jean is worried about the professor. The X-Men go into action and dramatically dig through rubble with the theme song playing. I love Wolverine's like, like just throwing the rocks. Cyclops and Jean head to the war room as Jean mentally calls out to the professor, but there's no response. Scott tells Jean to have everyone come to the war room immediately. Oh my gosh, though, but there's some stuff. When they're like running through the rubble, Storm says something, she's like, "Wind, aid my hands." It's like, that is the weirdest thing. Aid my hands. Like, can't you just say, like, go get the rubble?
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Rubble.
It's like, what are your hands? They don't need to move your hands around. Like, that was a weird thing to say. And then Jean's eyes, she's like, I can't sense Professor. That means he's God. And her eyes like, oh, or something else. Like,
Yeah.
it was a lot.
It was a lot, yeah. And if you notice, like, Wolverine came back last episode. He wasn't fighting on Slave Island, but then he's just in the Blackbird in the beginning of this one. So was he just sitting on the Blackbird the whole time, like flopping his claws?
Yeah, maybe. He's like, I'll come with you, but I'm not doing anything. I'll wait till you return.
I sit where I want to sit. In the war room, Scott reveals a message from the professor. He's left a cryptic message that he is looking into something that may change their lives forever. Scott figures out that the message was left before the manor was destroyed and hopes for the best for Chuck.
Outside the manor, Cyclops approaches Wolverine. Wolverine uncovers huge, perfect footprints. They fight over how best to find Professor X. Cyclops has Storm take Rogue and Jubilee to follow Wolverine and stay close to him. This is the scene where Jubilee's got that fugly mummy sweater on.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like,
bad.
it was so ugly. Like, ew. What kind of teenage girl wears that? Maybe she's still mad about the fat joke.
She's covering up. Oh, poor Jubilee. Storm, Rogue, and Jubilee drive after Wolverine, but in style, in a red convertible. Storm is frustrated that Wolverine is always running off, Jubilee spots Wolverine's Jeep. Storm says they should split up and look for Logan.
This is another thing that made me laugh because they split up, but what'd she say? She's like, Storm's like, keep in touch at all times. I'm like, how can you split up and keep in touch at all times? I don't understand this.
Yeah, you crazy Thor.
Oh, at a construction site, bristly men with bulging biceps blabber all the alliteration on using nonsensical grunts, which I've just been doing all this scene. Enter Jubilee. She asks, "What's that?" They say there's a new guy in town on the scene, stealing all their work, but he may be a mutant. The building begins to crumble. Jubilee stands around uselessly waiting to be crushed, but Wolverine saves her just in time. A big metal man walks out of the building, shining, shimmering, splendid. Oh! It's Colossus from Russia. Oh, Russia. He powers down into flesh form. Oh, metal form
like
and flesh form. Hard and soft. Oh. Jubilee thinks Colossus totaled the mansion and wants to fight him. Wolverine tells her to wait and see how he handles the crowd. Mr. Rando drives a truck towards Colossus, but he powers up and stops it with his crotch, scaring away the workers.
With his crotch, you say?
I mean, I was just sitting. I mean, it's the whole body, but like this thing was like, it's like, here it is. My cock's like stopping this truck. Watch it.
Cock stop.
Cock stop.
So I love this scene with the truck because it reminds me of when his powers manifested, a tractor was coming towards Ilyana, his little sister.
Ilyana! Yes.
Changed and stopped the tractor.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this episode, I don't know this for sure. I didn't read this anywhere, but I really do think it's based on Uncanny X-Men 218 from June 1st, 1987. This is actually the one I talked about in our first episode, Kevin, the one where my uncle's friend bought me a comic and it featured Longshot, Dazzler, Psylocke, and Rogue. Because in that one, the four of them go out on the town, and the town is being attacked by Juggernaut, and they fight Juggernaut, the four of them.
Huh.
Just so happens there's four people on the town fighting Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Colossus is hurt that everyone ditched him once he powered up. Wolverine attacks him, but is easily thrown. Jubilee gets in the way of Colossus and Wolverine and pew-pews him to no avail. Colossus wraps Jubilee in metal as Wolverine attacks. Wolverine smells Colossus. It sounds weird saying. Wolverine smells Colossus.
I know, I love it. That man mode cologne smells like, I don't know, blood.
Yeah. That's weird.
That's weird.
And realizes that he's a different smell than the guy who crushed the mansion. Jubilee rushes over to check on Wolverine. He fills her in on Colossus not being the culprit. Rogue calls Jubilee and tells her to get over to the bonk with Wolverine. It's being robbed!
Oh.
I like when Colossus tells Wolverine I didn't do this, and Wolverine goes, "You're right, Ivan."
It's like, huh? You've got some arm. But here, you talked about Gambit's butt, Colossus's butt in this, in those jeans.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's wearing that wife beater. Like, he's looking good.
Stupid American. Yeah.
He's pretty fly for a Russian guy.
He is. Yeah. Okay. At the bonk, Jubilee and Wolverine pull up next to Storm and Rogue. They all wonder who busted the piggy bank. Colossus is there all mettled up to open an account. The police carry him into the police van. You can't open an account, mutant. Rogue volunteers to play welcome wagon to Tall, Dark, and Russian as her and Storm jump in the car. They plan on trying to get info on Colossus, this hunk of a mutant.
So this is like the weirdest scene to me because Colossus literally just left Jubilee and Wolverine, and then Rogue calls Jubilee to be like, "Hey, the bank's being robbed," and then Colossus is all meddled up apparently for reasons, being carried by police who probably wouldn't be able to lift him. But then he's meddled down when they put him in the truck. I'm like, what is this madness? What's happening?
I don't understand. And he's like giving him like the sad puppy eyes, like, oh.
I know. It was a really weird way to connect Colossus to the bank robbery.
Yeah.
But it works for a little 22-minute cartoon.
Sure.
In the bank, Wolverine smells the same scent that he smelled at the mansion. He tells Jubilee they're close. We're close.
Yes.
Do you think he tells that to Cyclops? I'm close.
All in the right moments, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm getting the tingles just thinking about it. All right. At the prison, Storm and Rogue enter the building. Rogue takes off her glove as she flirts with a cop. Okay, but I love it. She's like, oh, Storm, I'm going to go flirt with him. And Storm just like rolls her eyes, which made me laugh. She's like, oh, God. And then the guy, she's like, the guard's like, cold hands, and like, yours too, big, like my father's. She sucks him dry. Oh my, and takes his keys. They enter the prison block and Storm blasts the cameras. They quickly find Colossus and break him out. Next door, Beast! Aw, Beast! We have nothing to do with you, so you're still in jail. Oh, but here, be cute with your book, yes. He introduces the ladies to Colossus. Hey, peoples, Rogue and Storm, these are my friends. And here's this person that I met, Colossus. He's my friend, too. Love it. He tells them to tell Jean thanks for the delicious cookies. Storm holds off the guards as Rogue watches Colossus make a back door. I'm like, oh, Rogue wants to see Colossus's back door. Wow. Oh. Storm ices up their escape hole. Oh.
I use certain words because I know you're immature like me.
I mean, always. I'm like, yes, the back door and the hole of the back door, they go together like two birds of a feather, two buns in the oven, you know.
I really hope that everybody listening to this has already seen these episodes, or else they're going to watch it and be like, I thought this was a porn. What am I watching?
I mean, really.
The way we describe it. Sucks him dry, back doors.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't help, but the show puts it in there too. It's like we're just amplifying what's already there.
Okay. At another bonk, Juggernaut easily breaks the safe. He greedily starts stealing all the money. Wolverine and Jubilee call for Storm and Rogue from a neighboring building. The police fire on Jugs, but they haven't seen the title of this episode because he's unstoppable. Jugs easily plows through the cars and tanks, barring his exit. Wolverine and Jubilee move to intercept him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we get the line. I mean, it's no, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. But it's sticks and stones may break my bones, but tanks will never hurt me.
Well, you know what I've been noticing? Every single thing Juggernaut says is like a book of pull-string catchphrases.
Yeah.
Everything he says. It's like a one-line catchphrase that I got from my Villains Book or Us or whatever. I don't know. So, but yeah, there we go. He's full of them.
And he's not that different than he was in Pride of the X-Men. Like, his voice even almost sounds similar.
Yeah. Where's dear stepbrother? Like,
Dear stepbrother.
so there, yeah. Oh, and then he when he walked over that police car, it looked like a pillow or something. It looked like fluffy. I'm like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah. There's some silly animation in this one.
Yeah. Wolverine slashes the moneybags from behind. Mr. Moneybags, Juggernaut doesn't notice. Wolverine attacks, and Juggernaut demands to know where dear stepbrother is. Or Xavier is. He says he was doing some banking to get Xavier's attention. Juggernaut is about to slam Wolverine when Jubilee pew-pews him from above. Juggernaut gets scared that Jubilee is going to hit him with her diaper. I was like, okay, sure. Is he trying to fat shame her too? Is that what this is? Your underwear's so big. I don't know. Anyway, Juggernaut gets Jubilee's full pew pew and gets annoyed with her. 4th of July, what? He picks up and shakes the building she's standing on. He's about to hit Jubes when Rogue and Colossus save the day. Save the day.
I believe this is Samba
Take the day.
day.
Oh, Samba the day? Okay.
I don't know. Spelling error.
I gotcha.
Colossus throws a car at Juggernaut. Juggernaut throws a bus back, so Colossus throws a tank. Juggernaut says, "Thank you," when he is suddenly blasted by Cyclops. He's so cheesy.
I know.
Storm steps forward and wins a building onto Juggernaut, which is pretty OP. She used winds only to pick up that very small looking building and slam it down onto Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Jean is suddenly just there. Jean figures out that the helmet blocks Juggernaut from telepathy. This gives Cyclops an idea, but it will only succeed if they work as a team.
Yeah.
So one thing that the Lewalds did mention is, and in his book, Eric mentioned, they typically just have people start. You're very rarely going to see the X-Men walk into a scene. But I didn't know it was so much so that she's just there. We cut away from Cyclops and then Jean's next to him.
She's bamfing. That's what it is. I'm bamfing like Nightcrawler because that's what I do. That's not my power. I don't care.
I think it's worth noting that Juggernaut and Colossus also fight in Deadpool 2, and there's also a bus thrown in that.
Ooh, inspiration, perhaps?
I think so.
All right. Juggernaut frees himself from the building rubble. Baby cuddles Jubilee pew-pews Jugs. Then Cyclops blasts him. Colossus punches Juggernaut from behind, and Storm summons Fog! Wolverine slashes at the helmet, loosening it. Colossus holds Juggernaut as Rogue rips off the helmet. Storm ices the ground under Jugs, and Rogue absorbs Jugs' power! What a crazy action teamwork scene. Love it. It drives her crazy with hate for Charles. She flies up doing that Rogue scream. This is the most bird-like shriek I've ever heard. I can't do it. I can't do it. But,
meanwhile, your neighbors are calling the police.
Whoa. Bird of prey. This is the eagle, the hawk coming at you. Storm flies to stabilize her.
Just please don't do the scream again.
No, I'm done.
So this is a very similar wrap-up to Uncanny X-Men 218 I mentioned earlier, because Rogue does, Longshot kicks Juggernaut, which doesn't do much. Rogue is the one who pulls off his helmet, and Psylocke knocks him out with her telepathy. So it's very similar.
Ah.
But I do want to point out, was Jubilee needed for this teamwork? Because she pew-pewed and then Cyclops pew-pewed, so they both did the same thing. And I'm like, you just needed to give Jubilee something to do, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, probably. But our pew-pews combined.
Yeah. Juggernaut is woozy from Rogue's attack. As he limps away, Jean wearing Cerebro flies in. She attacks his mind. Juggernaut is helpless to brain power. Jean faints.
Uh. The first of many of those will come. Many of
yes.
those.
Jean gasms.
Yes. Cool. 15. Meanwhile, Rogue is still struggling with Juggernaut's power. She releases it into the atmosphere and falls. Colossus catches her. So sweet. Down the street, a confused Juggernaut asks Jubilee what she's looking at and walks away with amnesia. What was that one thing? Oh, there's one thing when I think it's when Storm put the house on him, or the building on him. Jubilee's like, "You killed him!" Yes.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, she's like, "You killed him!" Like she's like so happy,
She's so excited.
Yeah, like oh, that's dark.
So, speaking of Jubilee, we have a 90s moment because she says, "Totally awesome."
You got mail. 90s moments.
I did think about that too. Totally awesome. So yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this brings back a memory for you, but back at the dilapidated manor, Colossus helps the X-Men rebuild. Jubilee and Wolverine invite him to stay. Colossus says he can't. He's looking for his sister, Ileana. Jubilee says the mansion is the first place that felt like home.
Aw, so sweet.
I have loved Ileana since I was a kid. I remember, I had her card before I really knew who she was, and she just looked so cool. But on the back of the card, it said deceased, and I was like, what happened to this really cool-looking girl?
Yeah. She has a really beautiful name. I love her name.
Yeah, she's also tattooed to my arm because I
remember.
Her.
Yeah.
Yes, you've seen it in person.
I have.
Cool. So that's the Unstoppable Juggernaut.
There it be.
There it be. So would you say this is extreme or exit out?
Oh, I'm extreme in this one. I loved this one.
Yeah. It's a fun one. Juggernaut's fun. It also reminds me, like I said, of my comic. And, it's just a good episode.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun.
Who would you say is the MXP?
I put Colossus. Because he's just like a sweet guy, super kind, kind of naive. But he's just always doing the nicest things. He's like, I got stuff to do, but yeah, I'll rebuild your house. That's fine. So he's just super cool. I love him.
Yeah, I love him too. So this is, I think, the first time that we agree. But I love the fact that we get a lesson in this. Never jump to a conclusion. Just because he's bulky and strong doesn't mean he's the one who did it. And he's right. We can learn from Colossus also. Just because somebody wrongs you doesn't mean you have to wrong them back. Try to help them. Show them the errors of their way. So very well written.
Yeah.
What would you say is the X factor?
My X factor is going back to my guy Cyclops, getting the team together. He's like, what do you say? He says something like, let's all of us work together for a change. For a change? You've been having some hard times working together. I feel so bad for you. But yeah, it was good. He's Cyclops leading the team like he do.
Yeah, and it very much feels like to me like any one of the comics, because with like the random villain of the week, with the random mutant and helping that mutant, so it very much fits within our world of X-Men. So they did a really good job of interpreting comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did have one thing that kind of bothered me real quick.
Okay.
The fact that Beast was so willing for Colossus to break out of prison when he's like being a martyr.
I know. They're like, you should come join us. Break up with him. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, but take him. Yeah, he deserves
Yeah,
it.
you do it. You have fun, but I'm going to stay here. But you break out.
Yeah, you break out. I'm not with you. I'm the high ground one.
So for next week's or this week's question that we'll reveal next week what the answer is, I was inspired by Colossus.
Okay.
So the question is, who is your favorite of the, I guess I'll call them technically the second team of X-Men, even though that's been retconned. But so that would be, who's your favorite out of Storm, Colossus, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Thunderbird, Banshee. Who am I forgetting?
I don't know.
I think that's everybody. Oh well, I'll put it on Spotify after I look it up. I'm going off memory here. All right, and I'm super excited because next week, not only are we talking about two of the best episodes, The Cure and Come the Apocalypse, we're talking about two of the best episodes, The Cure and the Apocalypse, with one of the best podcasters for X-Men, Paul.
Yay! So excited.
Yeah, so we're having Paul from Power of X-Men come over to help us run down these episodes.
Woohoo! It's going to be great.
And I'm excited. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm really excited to rant about Mystique and Destiny since we were asked to. I have very strong feelings about Mystique and Destiny, so you're going to get a mouthful from me.
I can't wait for that, too. That sounds great.
I just realized I said you're going to get a mouthful. I'm also going to talk about Mystique and Destiny.
You know? All of it.
All of it. All right, where can we find you, Kevin?
Sure. You can find me and my other podcast, Words of the Witches with the Charmed Books. You can find you and me teaming up again with Hanging with the Halliwells, another Charmed podcast. Or my personal one, KGZ87.
Yeah, and just like Kevin alluded to, you can find me on Once Upon a Cult, where last week we talked about Hellfire Club, including them dressing up as biblical characters and having sex. Also, restarting on Monday, you can find me on Marvelous Galaxy of Disney, where Alan and I talk about all the Disney parks, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney news, all in one place.
Oh my God, how are you not dead?
I know. Well, I figured it's a good time to bring it back because Cult's going on a break, and then we're almost done with Hanging. So I'm going to be really busy for a while, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. Things will
and
there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. And Alan and I have some revamps we did to the show, so it's going to be kind of a different structure, which I think is going to be fun and add a lot to it.
Okay. Cool.
Well, thank you for listening, and catch us next week for The Cure and Come the Apocalypse.
Ba-dum.
Ba-dum.